heart pounding, drenched in sweat,
You got this!
and no excuses. These are the greatest workouts in America.
We as humans are far more capable than we believe.
No matter the odds,
Think about the end result.
get out there and get going.
We're gonna start with 45 minutes.
This is Pumped.
Calder was born with no tibia bones.
Hey, not bad, Calder.
We made the decision when he was 2.5 to amputate. He got his first pair of prosthetics on Halloween when he was 2, and he's been running ever since.
Everybody's gonna have doubters at one point or not in their life. It just so happens that, I feel like my doubters are a little bit louder, but that means that you just gotta turn the headphones up a little bit more. The game is special. I don't know why, it's just special to me. You can do anything you set your mind to.
Most people know his idea is to make it to the NFL and play quarterback. He'd be the first person with prosthetics to do it. He's really good at what he does. He's out here determined. He'd be out here for hours.
I never question my ability to play football when I'm on the field.
A double amputee puts out 300% more energy just to walk than a regular person.
I have always been a football and baseball fan. My brothers, they played all the way through high school, so yeah, it's just a family thing.
He was probably about 5 or 6.
Go.
He came and he said, I want to play football. And of course, as his mom, I said, no. Probably in 2nd grade, he asked again, and I gave in to flag football. In 4th grade, he came again and he said, Mom, I want to play tackle. And his older brother, who's closest in age to him, came to me and said, you know what, it's a good idea.
Go!
He started playing tackle in 5th grade. And at the end of that season, we heard about Blitz.
Move your feet.
Blitz is a private training facility.
Balance and throw. It was like my first time ever having a kid with prosthetics, but it was something that I was up for the challenge. The bond became pretty strong between us two. Now when I come through, now you can move. We've just been overcoming obstacles ever since. We won a national championship last year, and he was the youngest one on the team. I need you to move.
This year he went into his junior high 8th grade year, and he told the coaches he really preferred to only play quarterback.
I go to Legacy, the School of Sports Sciences. It's a school that you go to if you want to be in sports after you get out of playing sports. So they have courses like coaching and sports management. My goal is to get an offer to play college football, and then, God willing, I will play pro football.
Nobody had ever seen a kid like Calder on a football field before. Once they get over the initial figuring out that he's not gonna break, they do treat him like a normal player, and they will hit him. He doesn't let people say, you can't do this. I hope he can reach for the stars and that nobody stops him.
There you go.
I got pulled out of school one day, and there was a video from J.J. Watt on my mom's phone saying that I could come throw out the first pitch at a softball game.
Calder, what's going on? It's J.J. Watt. I just want to take a real quick second to first off say hello.
Threw a perfect strike, and it was amazing because I got to meet one of my heroes.
I'm proud of him not because he can play sports. I'm proud of him because he doesn't have any fear.
Up next,
120 to 160 miles a month.
10 to 15 miles a week.
44 miles. 20 to 25 miles.
This is his brother's first run, first time out.
Great work,
Came out,
great
did
work.
4.5 miles.
You don't see too many black running groups. Stereotype with us is always negative.
Lazy, up to no good. Black men don't care about health. High blood pressure, and running helps all of that.
Just trying to live a healthier lifestyle, you know what I mean?
This is what you do.
This is the first step into that.
The mission of the group is to promote health and wellness throughout the African American community.
This shirt represents a lot of positive things that black men are doing. Black Men Run is the title, and we do emphasize people of color, but we don't discriminate either. So whatever race you are, you're more than welcome to come.
People see us out doing something positive to run through the neighborhood. They clapping for it. They say, hey, that's what's up. Keep doing what you're doing. And that's giving me that positive energy to keep moving. To show I'm actually making a difference. And my team is making a difference.
We're here for each other. And we actually communicate with each other outside of the run. Running is just the avenue. We are so much more than just running.
Black men time, Philadelphia. Let's go, baby. Oh.
The guys call me Cap.
Exhale and put them palms on the ground.
I'm the captain of the Philadelphia chapter of Black Men Run. So the mission of the group is to promote health and wellness throughout the African American community.
Good job, good job.
It's about bringing positive change, health, and wellness to our community, where we have so many of our brothers passing away of senseless murders.
One of the thought processes is if the leader of the family, which in our eyes is the male, is healthy and living a healthier lifestyle, then that'll trickle down throughout the rest of the family. It's important for us to run through the neighborhood where we're living so people can see us and we can be motivation. Our main run was on Wednesday nights in Center City, and the thing with that was we weren't running around more black males. You know, we really want black males to come join us, and we weren't running around enough of them, or enough of them weren't seeing us.
A lot of us have grown up in these neighborhoods. What's going on? It's just good, just running through, seeing, people seeing people you don't know who ask about the group. I grew up in West Philadelphia, so as I'm running the streets, I often hear horns blowing at me. People yelling out the window, "Hey, Ride, what's up?" Or "When can I run with you guys?" It means everything to me.
The founders preached that, we're more than a running club. One of the ideas for the founders was to have this like a golf course, like this be our golf course. This is where deals are made. This is where networking is happening.
I got my first 26.2 tat. It is everything like being at the barbershop. We also talk about real estate and investing.
No topic is off limits.
We're mostly men, so sex comes up.
If you need tips on being a good brother, being a good father, being a good man, the brothers gather and we talk and help and inspire one another.
How everybody feeling?
Great. We have plenty of success stories of people who had never run a 5K, had never run 5 miles, had never did, different distances, and have now completed half marathons and on.
When you're finished, there's always a group of black men there waiting for you. High fives, handshakes, hugs, and everything.
Black Men Run is the title, and we do emphasize people of color, but we don't discriminate either. So whatever race you are, you're more than welcome to come. I don't care how fast or how slow you run, we will not leave you.
We want to be fixtures in the community. One of our hashtags here in Philly is Community Kings, because we really believe that we're kings of our community and that through us change can happen.
1, 2, 3. Black Men Run!
You're watching Pumped.
I feel it's my chariot, it's my own private chariot.
Especially in the spring when all the blossoms are opening up on the trees.
According to the founder of Cycling Without Age, one of its guiding principles is everybody's right to have the wind in their hair and the wind blow through their hair. Cycling to us means having that freedom to get out in your environment and explore areas that you might not be able to reach by car. Cycling Without Age is a program that was started over in Copenhagen, Denmark, and is now a worldwide movement. Its goal is to get elderly and less able individuals out on a bicycle. It's super important to get people out riding on our bicycle for a lot of reasons. The target audience is a group that may have some difficulty getting out on their own. They might find themselves a little bit isolated, a little bit lonely. The goal of this movement is to get people out and active, give them a sense of community, to make them feel like they're still part of society in an active and meaningful way. The Trishaw, as it's called, is an e-assist bike. Up to 2 passengers ride in the front with the pilot in the back, which makes it kind of a unique experience. A lot of our pilots already had a vested interest in cycling, an interest in health and remaining healthy.
I just love to take people out and help people and want them to see a smile on their face and enjoy what they possibly can't enjoy.
The benefits of Cycling Without Age, there's a mental benefit and a physical benefit.
I could have stayed on all day. I feel like a kid. This has made me feel younger.
One of the greatest things about it is that it's entirely free to our passengers. There is absolutely no charge. Our goal is to get as many people out on the bike and out in their community as possible. I book the rides personally. We have pilots who are available during the day, in the evening, and on weekends.
Later.
We can provide classes and tours and races and all that kind of stuff, and it just came from it being a passion.
You're watching Pumped. Let's head to San Francisco.
Let's go! Every day is leg day. Woo! So water biking is fun, it's safe, and it's easy. To get this view, this amazing view while you're working out, can't be any better than this. Welcome to my office. It allows you any age, any walk of life. You can come out and enjoy water biking. You can learn it in about 5 to 10 minutes.
Honestly, I didn't really know what to expect. Like when I try to describe it to people, it's sort of like a bike on 2 floating paddle boards, but really fun.
It allows you to move through the water quickly. You can go slow and chill. You can go really fast and get a really great workout. This is a great way to see the bay, and it's just really approachable. Are we having fun yet? Woohoo! The water bike is a catamaran, so there's 2 pontoons on either side, and each pontoon is filled with 10 pounds of air. So that gives you about 350 pounds of buoyancy, right? So the bike itself weighs about 90 pounds, so you can actually hold about 250 pounds on the bike. It's actually very, very steady and very, very stable and safe. So about 4 years ago, I bought one of these bikes from Schiller, which is a local company based in Mill Valley, California, and I started putting it in the water every morning. And I started making some really amazing new friends. People would follow me for miles on their bike and ask me questions and ask me to get on the water, or how they could get on the water, or where did I get that bike from. I really wanted to make sure that, maybe that people that couldn't afford to buy one could maybe get on it. So I've invested a lot of money into buying more and more and more bikes. And so right now we have 9 bikes. We can provide classes and tours and races and all that kind of stuff, and it just came from it being a passion.
I went water biking with Damien a few weeks ago and absolutely loved my experience. I've grown up in the Bay Area, but just being out on the water, it's so calm and you really see the city from a different perspective. It was really amazing, especially during these times when everyone's kind of looking for something interesting to do, a little bit of adventure close to home. It was a great way to get outside and also a really good workout. So it was really fun.
Similar to doing like a spinning class in one of the studios on ground, except for you're out in the open air, you've got the sun on your face, and you've got this beautiful view to totally distract you from burning all those calories.
It was a great workout, I would say, for all levels. I would categorize myself more as a beginner biker. Some of my friends are a little more advanced, but water biking can really be for anyone.
It's really enjoyable because it's so approachable. A lot of things that are on the water scares people. You don't even have to know how to swim. You don't even have to know how to ride a bike. You can actually jump on. As long as you can move your legs, you can go.
Whether you're coming to visit the city, as a tourist and seeing San Francisco for the first time, or even myself, where I've seen the city for years and years, and just getting this different perspective out on the water while being able to work out was just really unique.
I've had people from 8 years old to 80 years old on the bike, and they just have such a blast. And so I really try to make it accessible, safe, and affordable for people to get on and around and near the water as much as possible, because it's very healing and it's very fun.
Up next.
Boxing was my way out of the streets at a real young age.
You're watching Pumped. We're headed to Texas.
I was a troubled kid coming up. I was stealing at 10, smoking at 10. I had an uncle that gave me alcohol at 10. Boxing was my way out of the streets at a real young age. Boom, 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 go. What are we about here at Fighter Nation? We're a little bit different than the average boxing gym. We are a faith-based boxing gym. We've got former gang members, and we actually help people get out of gangs. I've got a place in my heart for them because a lot of times society gives up on them.
Fighter Nation has pretty much changed my life. I went from, being bad, doing drugs, hanging around the wrong people to maturing.
Boxing was my way out of the streets at a real young age. My dad got me a trainer named Kenny Weldon. He's one of the probably all-time greatest trainers in history. He trained Evander Holyfield. He trained 4 of the gold medalists from the Olympics. I was the first in history. At 16 years old, I won the Nationals, which gave me a spot on the U.S. Olympic team.
Round 1.
I turned pro at 16. As a professional, I had 58 wins, 5 losses, 2 draws, 48 knockouts. At 25 years old, I was introduced to drugs. And here at the prime of my career, I just fought for the world championship, and it was a weak point, and I did them. Then I got my act together, made the comeback, ended up retiring. So I went from the drugs to stopping and overcoming to Iraq. In 2004, I had the privilege of going to the country of Iraq. A general says, what are the odds of getting the country of Iraq to the Olympics? And I said, man, you got a slim to none chance, maybe a 1 in a million. We had to train with guns around our camp. And so with about $25,000 and the great help of our USA Olympic Committee, we found a way to get Iraq to the Olympics. They hadn't been in some 30-something years. You know, I was so proud that all of a sudden, a few years later, God laid it on my heart to start Fighter Nation. We've been going now right at 8 years. We are a faith-based boxing gym.
I was just going down the wrong path, hanging around the wrong crowd. That's what made me get involved with, drugs.
We had found out that he was actually fighting in the neighborhood. He was like, if you don't want me to do that, put me in boxing. Fighter Nation has helped him to grow. He has been able to control his anger. He has not only matured, but he has been an advocate for other teenagers his age that are going down the wrong path.
Pick it up. And I'm just now starting to work with pros again because I love working with the amateurs. Evander Holyfield. All of a sudden here he calls me and he says, Termite, would you consider training my son, Evan Holyfield? A couple weeks later, Evan Holyfield has moved down here. He's one of the most talented young men I've personally seen.
I'll probably be going pro in the next couple months. It's a dream, and it's really what I love.
I never dreamed that a couple of thousand people would come through here. I'm not going to give up on people. We've got tremendous boxing trainers, which creates great boxers.
Whenever you're hanging around the good people, that rubs off of you, and Fighter Nation has changed my life.
Coming up.
When you hit rock bottom, there's only one way to go, and that is vertical.
You're watching Pumped.
When you hit rock bottom, there's only one way to go, and that is vertical. I believe that in order to go vertical, that you need certain skills to be able to slowly step yourself a little bit higher to reach your goals. And the outreach part is just because I believe in stretching your hands and pretending you have probably 10 hands to reach those that are in need. Vertical Skills Outreach is a program that gives back to our inner city youth via health and wellness, international experiences, and anything you could think of to help young people grow into their better self. That's what I do. When I moved to Oakland, I moved here with $50 in my pocket, and I just started training people and giving back to the community at the park or at the lake.
My mom knows this person, and then the person told my mom about it, and so then we just came here. It just gets me distracted from video games and stuff.
Learning boxing makes me feel better. I feel stronger.
My passion is more than boxing. My passion is about movement. My passion is about health and wellness. My passion is community. Community is currency. So I do what I can to be able to provide a safe place to the youth here in Oakland. It helps with anxiety. It helps with depression. It helps with ADHD people. It's actually helped one of my personal clients with her vision. You don't have to compete to be a fighter. You're a fighter, I'm a fighter. We're all fighters in life. This land that we're in, this is native land. This is fighters' land. And so that's why I love it.
Honestly, I never thought I'd be helping teaching kids or being an organization. It keeps me like motivated because I know that if anything goes wrong, I know I can like go through it because in boxing, everything's about pushing through.
We do not advocate violence. That's what we're trying to prevent. That's what we're actually defending ourselves from. Because at the end of the day, what self-defense or any martial arts for that matter teaches is constraint, is to learn how to keep your head on a swivel. Why do I do what I do? Because I was once them. I know what it's like to want a mentor, want a way out, a place where I could feel safe, or a place where I could feel loved, a place where I could make new friends. And now that I'm older, if I notice that there's not that many resources, then I feel like it's my duty to provide that. I know the kids were depressed, being stuck in the house. Shoot, they're still sad right now. And I don't want them to forget. I don't want them to feel or think that we have forgotten them. And now as an adult and not a student anymore, I still feel it's my duty to give back. The message that I would want to pass on to the youth, especially my kids of color, is to always keep pushing, you know, it's in the name. Reach out to people in need, or develop the skills to learn compassion and integrity, to develop the skills to never give up, you know, even when it's hard. My hope is just to create change and to go vertical.
Have a favorite spot to get pumped? Tell us on social media.